Hey everyone. Today we're dialing in on a routine for foot health. Your feet are quite literally the foundation of your strength and overall movement ability. If we're currently on this fitness journey together, you've already heard me emphasize that having the right shoes and maintaining foot strength are imperative for your foundational strength. First, we're going to wake up the feet. What we'll do here is give them a round of applause. Quick slaps to the bottom of the feet, aiming for the ball, toes, arch, and heel. What we're working on here is increasing the blood flow, activating this area, and heightening your mind's awareness of the foot. After about 30 seconds on one side, switch to the other. Next, we're going to grab a tennis ball or lacrosse ball and give a little bottom of the foot massage. You can stay seated or stand off of your bench. You want to roll that ball back and forth across the ball of the foot, through the arch, to the heel, and then along the outer edge. We'll spend about 60 seconds on one side and then 60 seconds on the other. If you notice that the bottom of the foot is too tender, you may want to try a softer ball. Or try putting the ball on a softer surface to help relieve some of that tension. Next, we're going to shake hands with the feet to create some space. As best you can, insert your fingertips between each toe. If your toes are too tight at first, which you might find that they are, do your best with the fingertips until you can find a little bit more space. From here, we're going to flex and extend the toes to stretch the top of the feet and ankles. When you push your foot up, you'll bend the toes back towards the shin, and when you pull your foot down, you'll pull down as far as you can to get a stretch along the front of the ankle, and then pull the toes under the foot to stretch the knuckles of the toes. You can wiggle your foot around while you've got your hands in, pulling the ankle down and then up before we move into drawing circles. You'll do 5 or 6 circles clockwise, and then 5 or 6 circles counterclockwise. We're working on the range of motion of the ankle here and connecting the foot with that range. Draw your circles as wide as you can, using the fingers to push and pull the toes as you work. Next, we're going to twist the top of the foot. You'll use your palm pressed against the ball and your fingertips between the toes to give the top of the foot a gentle twist. You'll pull the ball of the foot towards the pad of the thumb and then twist the opposite direction, bringing the pinky pad towards the pinky in your hand. Once you're done with the twist, take your hand out and continue to draw circles as wide as you can. You want to point the toes as far as you can on the downward angle and flex them up as far as you can as you pull the foot towards your shin. As you do this, you should start to notice your calf, shin, and ankle becoming actively involved in this movement. Once you're done there, you're done with the first foot. You can place it down and switch feet. As we move on to the other side, first, I really want to commend you for taking some time today to learn something new that feels a little bit funny right now, but is ultimately going to improve the health of your body. After that, I really hope that you'll start to think about your feet as being just as crucial as your core in regards to your overall strength and the ability of movement within your body. Within a lifetime, we'll take about 216 million steps. If you're a runner, even more than that. Without a strong base of support, you're opening your body up to all kinds of compensations up the line, which over time could diminish your overall ability and potentially lead to pain. This is the exact reason we spent the last year or so working out barefoot together, and will continue to do so. Just like everything else in the body, if you do not use it, you lose it. We need to begin treating our feet as more than stumps at the bottom of our legs, and as a piece of our body just as important as the health of your shoulders or hips. Moving on to the last couple minutes of this set, we're going to stand up and do toe lifts. First, you'll press all of your toes into the ground, trying not to squeeze them into a fist, but pressing them as long as they can be into the ground. From there, you'll lift all 5 toes up as high as you can, holding them up for just a second. What we're working on here is connecting your brain to the toes, improving proprioception, which is the foundation of balance. It's your awareness of where your body is in space, and making your toes more responsive to the ground. After that, we're going to work on splaying the toes. What we'll do first is squeeze all the toes together between 5 and 10 reps. Very tight sock. More if the movement's feeling good. Then spread them as wide as you can. Started challenging looking through the first few reps. Looking for a little bit of space between each toe. If this is the first time going through the routine, you can expect that connecting that brain to the movement in the toe is going to be challenging. So take your time moving through this until you feel like you're starting to get some movement. If you need a little help creating that space, you can place your big toes down into the floor, and then using them as an anchor, pull the rest of the toes away. This will help give some space between the big toe and little toes, and hopefully trigger the brain to allow some space to come between the rest. Next, we're going to work on toe control. This one definitely takes some time, so don't be frustrated if it doesn't come today. What we'll do is press the big toes down while lifting the little toes up, and then switch, pressing the little toes down while the big toe comes up. This type of isolation can build toe independence, which is key for stability. We need your toes to feel what's going on beneath them and respond accordingly. Finally, we're going to do some calf rockers. For this, you rock back onto your heels and then forward onto the balls of your feet. You want to hold each end for anywhere from 1 to 5 seconds. And what we're working on here is connecting the feet and all of that work we just did to the rest of the body to move through the rest of your day. After that, you're finished. If you're feeling comfortable, try a couple of dynamic movements like bouncing around or switch foot to show a little gratitude to your feet. File this routine or any pieces of it that you enjoyed away for the next time you've had a long day on your feet or just feel like they could use a little love.